Hey fam! So today we are going to be doing an inner child reading. This is messages from your inner child and spirit guides to try to help you with everyday life or just tell you things that they think you should know. We have 3 piles today and they're all in the shape of eggs. I think they're super cute. I bought these overseas whenever I was in Bahrain. I saw them in a little shop in the mall or in the marketplace, I can't remember, but I just thought they were so adorable, so I couldn't resist but get them. Anyways, so this will be pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. Don't forget to meditate and take 3 mindful breaths before picking your pile, and let's get into it. Hey pile 1, what's up? How have you been? I hope that you are doing good or you have been doing good. And I have your cards ready. I cleansed everything and I cleansed all the decks and shuffled them. And then I did pre-pick your cards for you. You actually got a lot of cards, not gonna lie. I think more than any other pile, if I can remember correctly. So here goes your reading. The first cards that I picked for you are this really cool deck I just recently got, and it's about your inner child. So I figured it was perfect for this reading, and each card has some advice from your inner child to you. The first card that I picked was Practice Freedom. Judgments that have been placed upon us by ourselves or by others can shackle us, stealing our joy and will to live. Take time to remove these judgments, writing down what you have believed in the past to be true. Do not let these judgments define you. Release personal mistakes and criticisms, practicing forgiveness with yourself. So, immediately, what this card tells me is that you have been kind of judgmental with yourself. But before I get too deep into that, let's move on to the next card. The second card was Breathe In. Our breath responds to what we are feeling and experiencing throughout our day. Practice taking deep, full breaths at a normal pace. Once you have a rhythm, breathe at this pace as you go about your day, checking in on yourself periodically. Deep breathing can help us navigate stressful events, bring relaxation and peace. What this sounds like to me between these two cards is that you may be very self-critical and very judgmental about yourself, and it sounds like you have some anxiety. As far as the anxiety piece goes, there are some really cool techniques that you can use to help with anxiety. One are breathing techniques, such as the one mentioned in this card. There are also other breathing techniques that you can use if you start to get really upset or you feel your chest getting tight. And they're about holding your breath for so long and breathing in for so long and then releasing the breath for so long. You can go online and you can type in like anxiety breathing techniques or breathing techniques to relieve anxiety, and I'm sure it'll come up right away. The other technique that's really cool is called grounding techniques. So I've personally used this before and it helps me a lot. Whenever somebody says grounding techniques, this means that you're trying to get yourself out of your head because you're stuck in your head and you're trying to put yourself in the now, in the present, in the room. So a good way to do this is by picking an object in the room and then describing it. What shape is it? What color is it? What does it feel like in your hand? Is it glossy? Is it dull? What is it used for? Describing this object to yourself out loud is better, but even if you're in a situation to where you can't really talk out loud, you can do it in your head and focus really hard on describing that object. And this is to basically shift your focus from your internal dialogue that may be freaking out, or from your body that may be freaking out, to something outside of your body, outside of your mind. And this is to help you refocus on the here and the now, and not on the thoughts racing in your head or the feelings, in your chest. Another grounding technique is to have an actual object in your hand and to feel the weight of that object. And again, describe the object. Describe how it feels to you. How heavy is this object? What's the texture of the object in your hand? Is it big? Is it small? Does it feel good in your hand? Does it feel weird? And this is, I feel, stronger than just the description one, because you actually are having a sensory that goes into it, which is the touch. And this helps. It's a very strong grounding technique, because not only are you diverting your thoughts, but you're diverting your physical body from the physical feelings that you are having, like such as shortness of breath, or like the tightness in your chest, or maybe like sweating or shaking or something like that. And you're kind of diverting your attention into a different physical feeling that distracts your body and your mind. And using these techniques can help you calm down, or at least enough to where you don't have a panic attack, or it kind of gets you out of the cusp between being anxious and having an anxiety attack or a panic attack, and kind of pulls you back to where you can calm down. The Practice Freedom card, it sounds like maybe you had some parents or relatives or authoritative figures that were really hard on you as a child and expected you to be absolutely perfect. And maybe if you did not give them perfect results, then they wouldn't show you affection, or they would be really disappointed in you, or they would ignore you, or something not positive would happen if you were not perfect in their eyes. And this could be with grades or sports, or maybe even different kind of expectations, such as how you present yourself or something like that. Or it could be maybe your peers were judgmental about you because you were different than them, and maybe they teased you for your uniqueness or being different. Either way, these judgments and criticisms that were placed upon you are not true. They're false. And you do not have to be a perfect person. There's no such thing as a perfect person at all. Nobody is perfect. Everybody has some kind of faults or downfalls or weaknesses or things that they can better about themselves. Another thing is that if you do want to improve, right? I like this phrase or saying that I heard a while ago, and it's, do not strive for perfection, but strive to better yourself every day. And the reason I like that so much is because it's impossible for any of us to be perfect, right? First of all, there's a million standards on what perfect is. So how would you ever meet those million standards simultaneously? That's impossible. Second of all, we're human. So sometimes we fall down, we just got to get back up. And about the striving to be better every day, the reason I like that is because I really do believe in trying to be the best person, the best version of ourselves, not a version that somebody else expects of us, but the best version of our true authentic selves. That takes work, that takes time. Sometimes it takes healing of past traumas or low self-esteem or criticisms or whatever. And it's investing in yourself and helping yourself. And I do believe that this is very important, and it's a lifelong benefit when you do try to better yourself each and every day. And what I mean by that is, say I am working on being healthier. That doesn't mean I need to work out 5 times a day. In fact, that's not healthy at all. And it doesn't mean that I need to starve myself. That's not healthy either. Being healthy doesn't mean that I need to get in perfect shape and be an Instagram model or have a flat stomach or little arms or and there's nothing wrong with those things, but being healthy is not dependent on those expectations. Healthy in terms of how we take care of ourselves would be making sure I drink water every day. And on the non-physical side of things, another way I kind of look at as far as bettering myself, aside from bettering my habits and taking care of myself physically, is maybe for me, one of the ways is healing from previous traumas. And how I do this is by I go to therapy, and not everybody likes that, which is totally fine. But you can look up self-help books or potentially research articles that give tips on reducing anxiety or stress management tips. I've been working on stress management for a long time for myself, and I really do think that it would be helpful for you too. And you could work on integrating these grounding tips or these breathing exercises or stress management skills into your everyday life that will eventually help you and possibly help with any anxiety that you're feeling. Another self-help tip would be to look into ways to help with your low self-esteem, because you seem like a really cool person, but you're so hard on yourself, which is really sad because you're not even a small fraction as bad as you think that you are. And by bad, I mean just like having bad habits or doing not great things. Like, you really are not a bad person, you know? But you're seeing through this filter, this biased filter of yourself that was put in place growing up from other people or from external sources. And once you peel that filter away, or you lessen the filter in which you view yourself, I think you will find that you're pretty cool and that people actually do like being around you and hanging out with you, and that it is possible to heal and it is possible to really get more confident in yourself. So the next cards are basically stones that you could work with and stones that spirit or your inner child picked out that might help you. The first one is aquamarine. Speaking calmly with quiet wisdom, aquamarine helps you speak with clarity and compassion, lets you release stuck emotions and old attachments, brings the energy of the divine feminine. First of all, everybody has divine feminine and divine masculine. It doesn't matter what gender you are or gender you associate with. Everybody, their soul is comprised of both. And as far as this stone goes, I think it's really cool because it's basically saying that it will help you release stuck emotions. So maybe the feelings that you have about those judgments, and it will help release that self criticism and fear of judgments from others. The next card is White Jade. White Jade protects you from negative energies, brings harmony, joy, and love to your life, and used as a lucky charm. This would be really helpful because working with this stone could help you in general, but also the message from this stone is self love, basically, and that you need to love yourself more and accept yourself for who you are. And the last stone that we pulled was rhodonite. This stone helps you understand your gifts and supports you to use them in the world. This stone is about feeling loved by offering your love through contributing to your community according to your life's purpose. So, next, I pulled some adorable little charms for you. And this is super cool because this gives me a little insight into your personality. And it seems like you are kind of you like to travel, and maybe you like the mushroom. To me, the van seems like you like to travel, and the mushroom, either you like playing video games or you like doing some recreational shrooms, I guess. And it seems like you're a really lucky person. The little sprite, or the little, I forgot what they're called, but they're from Studio Ghibli, the little black circle puffball. That's a little sprite or like spirit. So you might like watching Japanese films or anime. And the dino reminds me of this one kind of concert type music festival. It's called Lost Lands. I don't know, you may have gone to it before, you may not have, but yeah, you seem kind of like, don't take this in a bad way. This is like a good thing, but you seem kind of like a hippie, you know? And that's really cool. I vibe with that. And other people think that's super cool too. Spirit thinks that's super cool. They like your vibe. Anyways, so that's cool. I just looked over at the timer and it said 444. So you may be working with angel numbers, or you may believe in angel numbers, but I do feel called to tell you about them, which is just that, you know, they're little affirmations that the universe sends you or spirit sends you. Whenever you look at a clock or you see numbers, repeating numbers, that's a good sign. And you also got these little letters, M and A, or A and M, that those could be initials for something. And the little cat here, the lucky cat, I feel like you're a lucky person, or you are really good at manifesting luck. I did pull some more cards for you, and these are little advice cards. The first one was no one is in your way but you. The second one is enjoy the journey. And this just really reminds me of the fact that of the little van, I feel like you like to travel. The past shouldn't be feared, for it guides our future. And Archangel Gabriel. So, Archangel Gabriel could be a spirit guide for you, or he could be just popping in to check on you every once in a while. On the back of the deck, you are electrifying. Maybe, I think that you're a really cool person and that you have an electrifying personality, but also you may accidentally shock people a lot. It seems like you are very kind of go with the flow and adventurous in general, and you like peace. You enjoy peace and going with the flow, and kind of enjoying life, but you may judge yourself really hard for some reason. It seems like you have the external freedom part down, but it's just the internal freedom bit that your inner child and spirit is kind of emphasizing, as in not being hard on yourself and not judging yourself so much. I did pull some tea leaf cards for you. I recently just got this deck too. I was so excited to use them. I love circular shaped cards. I just think they're super cool because it's different. The first tea leaf card you got was the goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And I think this is going to be happening. This card really, what comes to mind is that you'll be growing material wealth or growing spiritually over the next year. Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So maybe somebody you used to be friends with or acquaintances with and you used to hang out with or talk to a lot, they're thinking about you. The next one is dark woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or dark hair. The next one is camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. So this tower card is different from tarot. In the tarot deck, usually the tower represents some kind of obstacle or shortcoming or potential challenge. But in this case, the tower means a solid foundation and success with effort. And I love that this came out with the camel card because it really just like reconfirms each other. The camel talks about, persevering and you will overcome the problem. And the tower is basically confirming that. The next card is woman, dealings or relationships with a woman. So it really seems like within the next 6 months to a year that you may reunite with that friend, the dog far away. I feel like that is a female, just how the cards are laid out. And I think that this either is referring to a friendship or a relationship of some kind, but basically either you'll reach out to them or they will reach out to you, and maybe a relationship will blossom with some effort put into it. Another way that I could see this is that the goldfish was talking about wealth, and maybe maybe a woman is going to come to you with a business deal, or you will approach a woman with a business deal and a business idea. And this might spark a business or some type of financial gain, or maybe a relative will bless you with money, or it could be simply that you are going to find work and start working hard, and maybe your boss is a woman, or maybe you will get a promotion at your job. But kind of these cards, I want you to kind of read them and take them in for yourself and see what they mean to you. See what your gut is telling you about these cards. The next card is Wishbone, a wish is granted. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. And four-leaf clover, great good fortune. See, okay, I think it's funny that you got the lucky cat and the four-leaf clover. You seem really lucky, like you're a really lucky person. And with the angel card before, it does seem like that you have an angel looking over you, or your spirit guides are looking out for you, and a wish is granted. I think that you're good at manifesting, and if you continue to manifest things, it is going to come true. The universe will answer your manifestation and bring to you what you've been manifesting. I did pull an affirmation card for you, And this card is from the Achieve and Believe deck. And it's I am living my best life. And that may be what you're trying to manifest. And if that is what you're trying to manifest right now, don't lose hope, because the universe is on your side, spirit is on your side, and you need to believe that it's going to come true. But alrighty, pile one, that was your reading. And I hope that you have a wonderful night or day wherever you're at. And I hope that this reading did help you in some way, or at least put you on a path that will help you. If you did like this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're really wild about it. But I will be making videos, and I try to post every Sunday or every other Sunday. For this group, if you could leave a little dinosaur emoji in the comments or a little van in the comments, then I will know that you picked pile one. Okay, love you. Bye. Hey, pile two, how's it going? So, today we're doing an inner child reading, as stated before in the introduction. And the first cards we're going to be pulling is from an I can't talk, I'm sorry. Is from this new deck that I got about the inner child. The first card that I pulled for you is Get Lost. The magic of imagination is calling to you now. Create space to get lost in new and exciting worlds. Read a book, watch a movie, write a story, create a work of art. Let your imagination run wild and do what connects you to the wonderment of childhood, where anything was possible and the extraordinary lay just around the corner. The second card was You Can Do Hard Things. There are many things in this life that we feel we cannot or should not have to do, but we must be careful of what we place in these categories, for maturity often lies on the other side. Take time today to think upon the beliefs that might be holding you back. Are you putting yourself in a box by what you cannot or should not have to do? Okay, pile two. So, what I get out of this is that you used to be a very creative person whenever you were younger. And maybe you stopped being as creative because your parents or somebody that you grew up around told you that you would never make a living off of art or music or, expressing yourself in a creative way. But maybe you had wanted to make a career out of some kind of artistic thing, like dancing or painting, singing, something creative. And so you kind of lost touch with that part of yourself because you were like, well, they seem to have my best interest at hand. They want me to survive when I'm older, so I guess I won't be doing this, or I won't be needing this. And maybe you kind of just gave up on that hobby that you had. Or it could be something else, like you never thought of making a career, but over time you just kind of stopped really creating or being creative or imaginative because you simply didn't have the time. And I think that that sucks because you have such a gift, and spirit and your inner child really want you to hone in on this gift. If not for a stress relief, then just to express yourself in general and to potentially share it with other people or share it with the world, because what you have is beautiful. And I'm picking up on what you draw is beautiful, or maybe you have a gorgeous singing voice, or you're really good at dancing. But I feel like it would be really cool if like Instagram shorts or Instagram videos or just YouTube videos in general. Those could be ways for you to share your creative side, such as making a short video on YouTube for dancing to work out, like a dance workout video, or maybe a painting video. Or it could be a clip on Instagram showing you drawing something, but it's sped up for time. You know how people do a time lapse of their artwork? You could do that. And or even just taking a picture of the final product and putting it on Instagram. And the thing is like if you're afraid of criticism, I have seen very interesting pieces of artwork and dance videos and all this other stuff all across line. And the thing is you can't compare yourself to other people. I think that starting out small, as in possibly creating a public profile that you don't tell anybody about, and then you just post your artwork on, or videos or something like that, or a YouTube channel, and you just post your stuff on there. I think that it'll be kind of a relief in a way to express yourself without worrying about necessarily the judgment. Because if you don't promote your channel or your Instagram profile or page, then it's not as likely to be found. And so you'll only get like a small amount of people on there, or a small amount of followings. And that might be rewarding in a way that you get a small community, but it's not overwhelmingly big, and your family members and friends don't really know about it to judge you. Because I have, in my experience, found that sometimes it's not strangers that judge me the most. It's actually the people closest to me, because they think they're being helpful, but in reality, they're just projecting their fears onto me. And that might be happening to you as well. So the next thing was you can do hard things. And with this card, it seems like you really underestimate yourself and really underestimate your abilities, which sucks because you're a very capable, talented person. There's so many things in this life to do, and there's so many things that you're capable of doing, but you seem to be holding yourself back based on your judgments of yourself that, oh, I can't do this, or oh, I'm not good enough, or what if other people judge me, or I shouldn't have to do this because blah, 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 blah. But no. This is going to be very, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but it seems like spirit in your inner child is kind of saying, hey, so we're an adult now, so we're kind of responsible for ourselves. And your parents may have not done this for you growing up, or your authoritative figure may have not done this for you growing up. But now it's time for you to be your own parent. Do those things for yourself that you wanted growing up, but nobody else did for you. Take care of yourself and reward yourself, discipline yourself, but don't hold yourself back. Don't tell yourself that you can't do something because it seems too hard, because you are stronger than you know, and you're more capable than you give yourself credit for. So the back of the deck actually had, disappointment is not the end. It is okay to be disappointed. It is okay to make mistakes. We do the best we can with the knowledge that we have, but not everything will always turn out as we hope. This is a part of life, and though it may feel like the end, it most certainly is not. Don't let disappointments or the fear of disappointment keep you from enjoying your life. And this is actually perfect. This is so great because it really goes along with the other cards and with what I was saying. And you may not get the reaction that you want from your peers, your loved ones, or random strangers online if you put your creations out there. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're enjoying what you're doing. And whatever you try to do, if you fail at it the first time or the fifth time or the 10th time, who cares? Failure is a part of success. So don't be disappointed if you don't get it the first time. It takes multiple times of trying to achieve things sometimes. Actually, most times. And if you don't reach the level that you want to reach, don't be disappointed in yourself and criticize yourself. Try harder. Say, you know what? That's okay because I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm going to do this, and I'm getting it done now, or I'm getting it done, whenever. But don't be disappointed in yourself. In fact, you should be proud of yourself for even going after your dreams or even trying to get back into your creative hobbies or putting yourself out there or doing the things that you thought you could never do before this point. You should be proud of yourself. The next set of cards that I picked for you is from the Spirit Gem Oracle deck, which is basically stones that you could work with that may help you. The first stone is the Persian tourmaline. This carries the frequency of natural joy and beauty. It aids in understanding oneself and others. It also promotes self-confidence and diminishes fear. Tourmaline attracts inspiration, compassion, tolerance, and prosperity. It also enhances energy and removes blockages. And the next card that I got is Lapis Lazuli. This is a stone with royal energy in that it helps you uncover and access your inner noble and divine nature. It activates psychic abilities and intuition, connects you to spiritual guidance and visionary awareness. And the last stone that popped up on the back of the deck is rhodonite. Rhodonite helps you understand your gifts and supports you to use them in the world. This stone is about feeling loved by offering your love through contributing to your community according to your life's purpose. And a lot of times, your life's purpose, what I've found for people's life's purpose, what I've noticed is that oftentimes it's a little bit more vague than the person likes. And I have found that that's because spirit, the universe, your ancestors, likes to give people some leeway because we're humans. We have free will and we can either follow our life's purpose or not. But if we do follow our life's purpose, it gives us options on how to do that. So for example, I'm not saying that this is your life's purpose, but I'm just going to give you an example. Your cards about creativity and actually doing hard things. Maybe an example would be becoming a film director. Or so like say your life's purpose is to express yourself creatively, in which inspire others to go on their creative adventures and stuff like that. You could do this in so many different ways, becoming a film director, painting, dancing, singing, being a dance instructor or a choir teacher, writing songs, going into digital art, anything. It could be literally anything. But oftentimes what I've found with life purposes is a lot of times it's about self-fulfillment and being authentic, being your authentic self, finding out who you are, getting to know yourself, and then living out basically your best life. Because a lot of times the best way to have a positive effect on yourself and other people is to be true to yourself. Because when you start being your authentic self without a care in the world of what other people think of you, you become happier. It's like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. And I find that this is such a beautiful thing. So I think that spirit and your inner child basically just want you to start being more authentic to yourself and doing the things that you love. So I got some advice cards for you. And the first card is be as kind to yourself as you are to others. You are too special to be treated like that. Self care. Everybody deserves a chance to fly. Old narratives can be rewritten. Sometimes you have to be the first one to reach out. And you've got this. So, those are just some little messages of advice from your inner child and spirit. The next cards are tea leaf cards, and I absolutely love these cards. I think they're so cute. I love that they're circular. I just recently got them actually. The first card was the peacock, beware of great pride. Dog barking, advice from a friend. So, those two cards together just reminds me of if somebody is giving you advice, don't be too prideful to consider that advice and to maybe apply that advice to your life. The next cards are the boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Desk, pay attention to your work. June, so maybe the month of June, maybe you were born in June or something is going to happen in June, something is going to be revealed to you during that time. Or maybe you just really love the summertime. Coins, money will be coming to you. Ooh, this is great. Ooh, so this is really great. You have two cards in here that are talking about money being gifted to you or you having financial gain of some sort. And I think that the pay attention to your work and the boat card and the coin card and the June card all together, it really gives me a vibe of maybe sometime in June you might get a promotion. So really start paying attention at work and paying attention to detail and making sure that all your ducks are in a row and you're doing your best that you can do at work because you may receive a promotion in June. Another thing that I get from these cards is maybe a somebody will gift you money or there could be some kind of inheritance from a family member that will be coming your way in June. But either way, make sure that you start manifesting that for sure. I did pull some little charms for you guys. I absolutely love my little charm bag and all the little charms I got for this channel. I think they're super cute. And all the charms I pulled for you are pretty much food and beverages. So I feel like you're a big foodie or somebody that really loves food. Maybe you like cooking or you just enjoy trying out different types of food in general. Or you just really enjoy snacks and different types of food. But we have peanut butter M&Ms and then we also have I think it's caramel M&Ms or I can't read it very well, but we have two different M&Ms and then we have some frappuccinos. Maybe one of your favorite colors is pink or you just like coffee in general or beverages. We have ramen noodles, sushi, pocky sticks. Oh my god, pocky sticks are so good. I don't know if you've ever tried them, but if you haven't, you should totally try them. And then we have this cute little charm that is a little rocket in space. So maybe you like learning about space or something. And we have the letters WOKZLRIF. That's hilarious. Oh my God. I just realized that it spells work and also it spells lion. Maybe you're a Leo. I also pulled some affirmation cards for you guys from the Believe and Achieve deck. The first card was I am fair. The second card is I am confident. The next one, I am taking good care of myself. And the last one, I am positive. Well, this was your reading today, pile 2. I hope that you liked this reading or that it helped in some way. If it did, please give this video a like. And if you really loved it, you can always subscribe if you want to. I put out new videos on Sundays. I'm trying to get it down to a more regular schedule, but as of right now, it's every other Sunday. Eventually, I want to get it to where it's every single Sunday, but put a little sushi or ramen emoji down below to let me know that you picked pile 2. And I hope you have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. See you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. What's up? I hope that you've been doing well or that you're doing well right now. Today, we will be doing a reading about the inner child and some advice from your inner child and spirit guides. The first cards that I pulled were from the new deck that I got that's called the Inner Child Oracle. This deck is so beautiful, I just gotta say. And the first card that I pulled for you is Be True to Who You Are. You are your own person, but sometimes our sense of safety and self can be wrapped up in something else, which can hinder our ability to trust ourselves and our intuition, and can lead us to betray ourselves for that which we identify with. Separate yourself as you can so that you have space to come forth. Do not be disheartened if this takes time. The second card that I pulled for you guys is Speak to yourself with kindness. The stories we tell ourselves create the patterns which we live by. Each day, our self-talk has either trapped us in our old beliefs or empowered us to live a life of love and acceptance. Become aware of how you talk to yourself. Is it with a voice of love? If not, how can you speak to yourself in a way that empowers you? So, your inner child and spirit seems to really be yearning to be for you to be your authentic self and to start treating yourself better, because you deserve to be loved and you deserve to be treated with kindness. You don't deserve to be treated meanly or for you to be rude to yourself or speak to yourself in a not nice manner. It seems that maybe, from what I'm getting, you may have in the past or recently or right now have betrayed yourself in small ways or big ways, meaning that maybe you betray your boundaries all the time. An example of that would be if I don't like to be touched, but I let people hug me all the time, even though it makes me very uncomfortable. And maybe I do this because I'm afraid if I don't let them hug me, they're going to give me a weird look or judge me or something like that. But the thing is the more you betray yourself and your boundaries or not be your authentic self, the worse it makes you feel inside. And maybe you don't notice it right now, but it seems like your inner child is really yearning to come out in a way that expresses itself, that's true to its nature, that's true to your nature. And it seems like Spirit and your inner child really want you to get to know yourself and to start sticking up for yourself and sticking to your boundaries, treating yourself with kindness, because you may treat other people respectfully, but you're not treating yourself respectfully. And that really is sad, and you deserve to be respected, and you deserve to live your true authentic life and be your true authentic self. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Don't worry about their potential reactions to you. It is better to live true to yourself than to become an please don't take this the wrong way. But this is just the message that I'm getting from Spirit and from your inner child. Essentially, it's better to be your authentic self than to become something that others want you to be, to fit in with people, and to essentially kind of be an empty shell, in a sense that you don't do the things you want to do anymore. You don't live the life you want to live, or you're living expectations from other people, but you aren't living up to your own expectations of yourself and what you want. And this can make us feel empty and hollow after a long time of doing this, unfortunately. And it may come to a point to where you don't know yourself anymore. You don't know what you actually like. What's your favorite color? Is your favorite color because you like it, or because you were told to like it when you were younger, or you saw other people like that color more, and so you began to choose to like that color more? And whenever you go to the store, what color are you drawn to more? Is it actually your favorite color, or is it a different one? And that's such a simple question, but a lot of people cannot answer that question, if their favorite color is their true favorite color. And in fact, this can be remedied just by like these simple questions. You need to ask yourself these simple questions. Get to know yourself again. What foods do you prefer? What do you like to do? What hobbies? And the best way to figure these things out is first by taking a break from them and seeing how you react. Do you feel relieved taking a break from playing the cello or something, or from, whatever other hobbies or work things that you're doing? Take a break from it for a little while and see how you react physically and mentally. Are you more relieved? Are you sad? Do you miss it? Are you stress-free without it in your life? Without these people, places, things, or ideals? And start exploring more than what you were taught. Start exploring other, maybe, interests, hobbies, people, places, ideals, cultures, religions, anything. It could be anything. Start exploring new things and seeing if you resonate with them. Start journaling and writing down what your favorite things are, or what you really enjoy in life, what you're grateful for. And soon you'll see patterns, and you'll start to recognize things that are true to yourself and things that you really enjoy. And this is the process of getting to know yourself, because I think that you've been so focused on what other people think of you that you haven't taken into consideration what you think of yourself and how you see yourself and how you want to be and who you want to be. So, next on the back of the deck was emotions are the reflection. Emotions can often be a reflection of how a present event affects our inner child. When an emotion comes out that doesn't make sense to you, take a moment to sit with it. Ask yourself, what is this emotion attached to inside of me that goes beyond what I'm experiencing now? Journaling is a good exercise to explore these emotions further. For example, if somebody says something that is pretty, mundane, that doesn't really upset other people, but it upsets you a lot, maybe think about that and ask yourself, why did this upset me so much that this person said this to me or that they did this? And I think that you'll start to the answers to these questions will start to appear for you. But like the initial card said, do not get discouraged if this doesn't happen soon. All these things, getting to know yourself, speaking to yourself more kindly, because all of this takes time, and it will take time to get to know yourself. The next cards that I pulled for you are the Spirit Gem Oracle deck. These are different cards that your inner child or spirit thinks is a good idea for you to work with, or that may help you in some way. The first card is the Tiger Eye. This stone helps you stay centered, calm, and gives clarity. It fights anxiety and depression while enhancing hope and vitality, physical wellness, and endurance. This stone, it doesn't say it on this card, but this stone also gives you courage. I personally really love Tiger Eye. I have a necklace made of Tiger Eye, and it is one of my favorite things because this stone helps with courage and strength and giving you the courage and strength and motivation to do maybe hard tasks or things that are tiring. The next stone is Dragon Blood Jasper, also known as Dragonstone. It stimulates creativity, attracts money and love, and helps you to achieve your goals. And the third and final gem card on the back of the deck was Malachite. This is I think it's called Stalwart. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So this is a stalwart protector and bolsterer of your strength and willpower. It helps you access your innate power and protects you from negativity as you take action in the world. And it's kind of funny because if you notice, a lot of these cards are promoting basically self-love and doing the things that you need to do and taking action and basically giving you the strength and motivation to do what you need to do, which I find that really cool. And I hope you do too. Next, I pulled some advice cards for you. The first one is don't let fear hold you back. The second one is try again. You are enough, so believe it. Peace. A walk can do wonders to clear the mind. Old narratives can be rewritten. That's what makes a good playboy. You never feel like you're getting played. I love this quote. It's from Jane the Virgin. Zoe, Jane's mom, actually said this to Jane in one of the episodes. Get frisky. And I love you. So, this was not in any of the other piles. Specifically for your pile, I got a romantic vibe with the last 3 cards. And it seems like you recently got your heart broken, which is so sad. I'm very sorry, Pio 3, but it seems like you're going through a hard time right now. And maybe you fell for somebody and they did tell you that they loved you, but you feel like you were maybe used in the situation. So I did pull some love cards for you, or romance cards, which I didn't do with any other pile, but I wanted to get clarity on this and dig a little deeper. So the first card is Survivor, resilience, hope, emotional strength. And the second card is Missing You, separation, no contact, disconnected. Now, these 2 cards tells me that even though this did happen and this person or these people, whatever the situation was, did hurt you, you are very strong. You are a survivor. You're stronger than you know. And even though it stings and it hurts and it aches, you're going to get through this. And Spirit has your back. Your inner child is full of love and adoration for you and for other people. Don't let this bad experience spoil future romantic experiences for you, because not everybody is a jerk, not everybody is out to use you, and not everybody is going to hurt you like that person or those people hurt you. So don't let that one bad experience or those bad experiences in general ruin your chances or a potentially amazing relationship in the future. This isn't a love reading, but I did feel really called to tell you that sometimes Spirit just kind of hijacks the reading, which is totally fine. But that was one message that really wanted to come through for you. And just know that being separated from this person or those people is a good thing, and eventually you will heal. I really do think that you just need to sit with the emotions and accept them and kind of feel them to be able to move past them and heal. But definitely don't think that this is what romance is. Romance is not just heartbreak, it's good experiences, it's great memories, it's a bonding between you and another person that's so beautiful. So don't let that one bad apple ruin the whole batch for you and ruin all of the amazing future experiences that you are going to have. And lastly, at the back of the deck, you are too special to be treated like that. Whatever they did to you, that person or those people did to you, you did not deserve that, pile 3. You are such a wonderful, beautiful person which with such a kind soul, and you're so deep and passionate that I believe that you love deeply and that you may get attached quickly, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So don't cut yourself off from those beautiful emotions for the next people. And definitely don't get back with whoever it was that did this to you, or those people that did this to you. That is a clear message from Spirit and from your inner child. Don't get back with that person. If you're thinking about it, or if they're wanting you to take them back, don't, because they are not in a good place right now to be in a relationship, and they are not going to be able to give you what you need and deserve in a relationship. Lastly, pile 3, I did pick some affirmation cards for you, and it is from the Believe and Achieve deck. The first one is I am safe. The next one is I am healing. I think this is such a beautiful message because spirit and your inner child are telling you that you are safe. You can work on healing. You can work on getting to know yourself more because we got your back. And this is a safe place, a safe time, a safe space to do that. So that is it, Pile 3. That's your reading. I hope that you really enjoyed this reading and that it helped in some way. If it did, please leave a like. And if you're really crazy about this channel, subscribe if you want to. Leave a little music note emoji down below or some kind of music related emoji down below for the little records. Or you could leave a heart to let me know that you picked Pile 3. And I hope you have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Okay, bye.